Welcome back to Reality Talks with Terrence, where we don't pick sides, we pick reality. And the reality is this: that club that you go to every Friday, every Saturday, when you think you're having a good time, you're actually in hell. The club is hell on earth. Now, I know that statement might go over a lot of people's heads, but let me explain. You're going to a place where people are filled with greed, anger, violence, lust, limbo, fraud, treachery. You're visiting a place where people are under the influence of evil spirits. People are under alcohol, which people call alcohol spirits. And they call the alcohol spirits. Why? And we all got friends that once they get that alcohol in them, that Hennessy, that Absolute. Once they get that alcohol in them, they're a different person. They turn into somebody else. You are going to a place where people own drugs such as man-made weeds, pills, Xanaxes, Oxycontins, heroin, crack, cocaine, meth, Molly, lean. You are actually visiting a place where you think you are going to get something good in return. People don't realize when you go to these type of clubs, you are going where the demons dwell. Everybody in the club is standing around, looking at each other, trying to see how much that person's outfit costs, trying to see how much that person's gonna throw in the club, trying to see, how much jewelry that person has on. When you go to the club, everybody ain't there to party. You might be celebrating, I got all A's, or I passed my exam in college. And then you might have another person there whose mom just died, whose dad just died. So you have to understand, when you go to the club, aka hell, you are going where spirits are clashing. Everybody's agenda is not the same. You have people in there whose best friends just died. You have people in there who just got fired, who just lost their job. You have people in there who are going through bad relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. You have people in there who are going through hard times at work. You have people in there who are struggling in life, can't pay the bills, can't pay the rent. And people actually go to the club to think they are having a good time, to party with other people who are there to have a good time. This is why there are always so many murders at clubs. Because you have people who will do things that they wouldn't normally do if they wasn't under the influence of the evil spirits, under the influence of drugs, under the influence of alcohol. And this is what's going on. You don't have to die to go to hell. You go to work, you make your money, then you take your money and you go spend it right in hell. Tell me what good has partying and going to the club has done for society. Because the last time I checked, the club sends you out drunk so you can get a DUI, crash, kill yourself or kill other people. The club sends you out under the influence of drugs so you can go out, get into an argument. Somebody stepped on my shoes. And just because a person stepped on your shoes, you have now committed murder. See, the same thing that goes on in these clubs are the same thing that goes on in hell. Evil spirits killing one another. They say hell is a place where the dead go, the negative people go, the non-believers go. You know, we just gotta call a spade a spade. And a lot of you people are celebrating your own death. See, life's been going good for me, and I don't go to no clubs to celebrate. Life's been going good for me, and I don't drink alcohol. I don't do drugs to have a good time, because when you are putting the right things in your temple, when you are loving yourself, just being alive is a party. Just being able to wake up and be healthy and breathe is a party. You know, when you go to these clubs, aka hell, it's violence. You have women in there who are envious and jealous of other women. You have men in there who are envious and jealous of other men. This is where people meet up to fight. This is where people meet up to kill one another. You know, I remember growing up as a young buck, and we would just go to the club just to fight. We couldn't wait. We couldn't wait to get to the club for somebody to act silly so we could fight them, so we can harm them, so we can shoot them, so we could potentially kill them. So I'm not speaking from a place of the outside looking in. I have been to hell. And I realized it was hell. And this is why I don't go back to hell. You call it the club, I call it hell. How did the night start off? I'm gonna go out to a club, to a party, to enjoy myself. And the next morning you wake up, you sitting in a jail cell, facing life, facing 10, 15, 20 years. How did it start out? I'm gonna go party, I'm gonna go to the club, but then you wake up and you realize because you went and partied and you drunk alcohol and you was under the spirits, which is evil spirits taking hold of you, the evil spirits having their way with you as they please. Now you wake up in jail and you have killed a car full of people. You have killed a mother, a father, and 2 children. And this is why we have to identify what the club, what the party really is. You're not going to party. You're not going to have a good time. You're going to hell. You're going to visit hell. And that's because you got too many negative things going on in your life. See, I don't identify the club and the party as a positive thing. I identify the club and the party as potentially getting killed, potentially not making it home, potentially not making it back home to my family. Why? Because even though I'm pure-minded, even though I'm a positive spirit, once I go to the club, I now enter hell where other spirits dwell who are not positive. Right? I enter a place where a person can look at me and I can look at that person, and that evil spirit takes over that person, and now that person has it in his mind that I am looking at him in an evil way and I want to do something to him. So he's under the spirits, which means he is not thinking the way he would think because he is under the demonic spirits, and that demonic spirit tells him he's trying to kill you. He's trying to harm you. Kill him before he kills you. I wanted to drop this video to let you guys know you are not going to a party. You are not going to a club. You are going to hell. And I need you guys to see it as such. Because see, if you just want to go to a gathering has nothing to do with drugs, nothing to do with alcohol. A gathering is we gather, we talk, we conversate, we have a good time under our own spirit, under our own energy. See, a lot of people cannot party under their own spirit because their spirit is so corrupted. So they go where other corrupted spirits are at. You're not going to come to the gathering with positive people. No, because your spirit is not positive. So you're going to go where your spirit can dwell, where your spirit can interact with other spirits like yours. So understand, guys, when you go into that club, you are taking a huge risk of losing your life, a huge risk of not making it back home to your loved ones, to your families. Be very careful because a lot of murders are being committed at clubs. A lot of rapes are being committed at clubs. A lot of fraud. What do I mean by fraud? A lot of women who portray themselves as something that they not. A lot of men who portray themselves as something as they not. A man could be in there and act like he's a baller, act like he's a good guy, he's a sweet guy, he's drunk, you drunk. He's talking to you, yeah. He's telling you everything you want to hear. The spirit is telling you everything you want to hear. And then you look up, you've been raped. This woman is telling you, you look good, you look nice. She's never met a man like you before. And then you looked up and you have guns pointed in your face because this woman was a fraud and she set you up. So be very careful of going into these clubs, going into hell, because this is where the demons dwell. This is the demon's lair. And I needed to give you guys this message because it was really on my heart, and a lot of people don't understand where they are going when they go to these places. It's hell. They got hells in every city, every state, every community. There is hells. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Reality Talks Returns, where we do not pick sides. We only pick reality. And the reality is this. The club is hell on earth. Don't believe me? Keep going. Watch what you get. Peace.
Reality Talks with T. Where we don't pick sides. We pick reality.